the role of romance in your relationship and its importance. In today's podcast, Cece, now we're going to go over some of the things that you can do to keep that romance going.
Mm-hmm.
So you can keep your spouse or your partner. So stay tuned.
That's right. Hey guys, hey Blissful friends, welcome back to another episode of the Blissology Podcast. I'm your girl Cece and I'm joined by my hubby. What's up, babe?
Hey, everybody, this is Will and welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you guys with us. If this is your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and hit on that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new videos. This is a weekly podcast, and in this podcast, we talk about
love, life, family, but mostly relationships. And y'all know we talk about real estate stuff here, but it's coming, right? It's coming.
it's all on her.
Anyways, you guys know before we get into today's topic, we, always go into our blissful moment. So I'm going to start. My blissful moment is just that, Easter is right around the corner.
That's next Sunday.
And I'm looking forward to Easter. There's always something about Easter, right? There's always something about Easter. It makes you feel like fresh, like a brand new person.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel like that?
It's long church service. But yes. And we always get together and hang out with the family. Yes, it's
kind of fix you up, babe.
It's a good holiday.
Yeah. Easter, usually on Easter, we eat a lot. Although it seems like my mom may not cook a whole lot this year. But,
We're all on diets.
Yes. So we probably going to do something very small. Nothing major. But I'm still going to do what I usually bring. But I feel like, it went by pretty quick. And also, I cannot believe today is the 1st of April. Am I being April Fool by the year? Like, do you feel like that?
I expected it to be April 1st because I know yesterday was the 31st. So
I'm just saying. I just can't believe we already like in the 4th month of the new year that started like yesterday. Like, God, are you doing something with the time? Because I know it's still 24 hours.
No, that means you've been busy. And for those of you, if you procrastinating on whatever you need to do, that means you're running out of time.
You're running out of time.
So
and you'll never get it back.
Yeah, you're right. So if there's something you want to do, just do it.
Yes. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like it's December 2023. Go like, what the heck just happened? The year just flew by. But listen, do what you gotta do. But I can't believe it's already like the 1st of April. Just yesterday was New Year's. I can remember exactly what happened. It was New Year's, and now we're already going into like the 4th month. And before you know it, we're halfway through the year in 3 days.
Yeah.
So, guys, I don't know if my husband has a blissful moment.
It was a blissful week.
There you go.
That's it.
As always. So
it was a blissful week.
Okay.
I saw the whole week.
Yes, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. So, what is the topic today, Barry?
The topic of today is the role of romance in your relationship and how important it is. Well, this woman keeps telling me all the time that you got to be more romantic. You got to do this.
Well, yes.
I thought I was.
I truly feel like, you got to have that in your relationship, right? That's the only way you'll have a long-term relationship. And you got to find ways. Listen, a lot of guys out there, they think once I marry, I don't have to do the things that I used to do no more and I'm done.
Not me.
No. My brother was here last weekend and his wife. We talked about how important it is for us to still go out. You know, although we are homebodies. Both of you, my brother.
We like to hang out at home. It's safer.
But at the same time, does it mean us women want to be home all day, every weekend? I'm just saying.
What's wrong with
But I like to be home, though.
But all kidding aside, yes.
What's kidding?
Romantic is important.
Yes.
Yes, some of us may be homebodies. Some of us may feel comfortable staying home and and ordering food and bring it home and eat it.
That's us.
Something we do very frequent.
Very, very frequent. Yes.
But it's important to look back at, you know, when we started dating, you know, we'll go out, we'll explore different things, we'll go to different places.
We had a lot of fun.
And a lot of efforts. I know that I would spend days trying to think, okay, where should we go this weekend?
I remember that.
And then we'll come up with something and we'll go there and we enjoy it.
And I would tell you this.
Now I go to work, I'm thinking, okay, what's going to be home?
Right. Exactly.
Which that's bad on my part.
Yes, and I can tell you this. I remember when we were dating, you'd be like, all right, we're going to go out to this place this weekend. And it wasn't much about me looking into the place. You were the one putting all the work, all the effort of finding a place because you were trying to, you know, take your woman to different places. And then all of a sudden, because we're married and now you don't be doing that no more.
Kids, listen,
okay,
life
so
changed.
Life be like
I'm not going to blame it on the kids. I have to say maybe the amount of efforts, actually not maybe, the amount of efforts I used to put towards some of these, planning some of these things. It's not that it's not important. It's more like I give priorities to other things. And that's something we all have to be very cautious as to how we look at things because the little things are important. Because, yes, it's good to work. It's good to make money. It's good to live in a comfortable place. It's good to have the cars. It's good to have money in the bank. But the fuel that keeps your relationship going is how you interact with your partner.
And I
agree. The little
agree.
things you do together. So,
and I agree.
We're so good. She's not kicking me to the curb yet.
You lucky because I'm busy. But if I was working for corporate still, and I think it would have been like, all right, what are we doing this weekend?
Yeah. But you know, it's important to look at, you know, if you can sit back and look at where you were and how things were, in our case, 10 years ago, well, actually more than 10 when we started dating, and how we do things now, we can see there's a big difference.
Yes.
And the difference, a good part of the difference is how do we do things now? I mean, the kids takes priority in many cases. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, well, how do we incorporate the kids in there? We do a lot of things as a family.
More like, where do we drop them off? Which parents are we going to drop the kids off?
That's kind of where we want to go.
But that's not.
We're not quite there yet.
No.
Right? But you have to set the right priority. And this is where you have to look at is the romance important? Is it necessary? And how is it impacting your relationship? Are you looking at, we can easily get to the point where we think, you know what? It's our job. It's our responsibility. We just do what we need to do. But and it's not always that case, you know? We have to do the little things that makes us feel good, the little things that makes your partner feel good. And those are the tiny bits that many times that's what we remember down the road. Yes. You know what? So-and-so did this for me, and this is how it makes me go. Because as human, our feelings are very important.
Oh, I have one. Speaking of the little things,
yes.
Y'all know I always have things to say.
Hopefully it's not something I didn't do.
Something you did, actually.
Or something I did.
Yes. I got to give you props because... speaking of the little things, like my husband know I'm a coffee drinker. I love having my coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So the last week was tough on your girl. Like somehow out of nowhere, the Keurig decided to like, yo, what's going on? Not working, right? And I'm like, okay. So we tried it on Monday, it didn't work. We tried it on Tuesday, it didn't work. I'm like, babe, I don't know how I'm going to have a good week this week. And he knows when I don't have my coffee, my energy is super low. And I'm a coffee drinker. I can say I am a coffee drinker. I get it from my parents because both of my parents drink coffee. So therefore, I gotta have my coffee. I don't care what you say. And I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. He surprised me with a brand new Keurig. And I was like, and mind you, I was in the office working, not knowing what's going on back there. He didn't say anything. I know he stopped by the store to put gas in his car, but didn't say much. And then, I went in the kitchen just to check to see what this man is doing back there. I think I went back there to get some water.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait a minute. Did you get a brand new Keurig bag? I thought it was so nice. I thought it was most.
I do oppose that coffee drinking, but I know how it makes it feel.
See, it's the little thing that counts. And although I was like, don't get rid of it, I'm one of those people. If it's something that we can fix, let's try to fix it. Let's go to YouTube University and see if we can fix it, because I'm sure somebody had some issues with one similar, and we can fix it and save the money. I'm one of those girls. If we can fix it, let's fix it before we buy a new one. As opposed to my husband, let's just buy a new one and get rid of the one that could potentially be fixed.
It couldn't be fixed. This woman thinks that I can fix everything. No,
you can. That's how much confidence I have in you. I have a lot of confidence.
These small appliances are not made to be serviceable. When they go bad, they're done. But
and I want to say it's because of what you did, the little things that you did that makes me so happy with that. And we're talking about, the little things and why it's necessary for you to do that to your spouse. And you did that last Wednesday was makes me happy. And I had my coffee yesterday and I'm Gucci.
Yes. So
and I'm happy.
I really oppose coffee drinking. In case you guys didn't know.
Yes, he is.
Nothing against coffee,
yes,
but I don't like anyone being so dependent on something. But
yes.
then again, I know how
not just coffee and everything you are.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I'm only dependent on you.
Yes.
I think.
And God.
God is not someone.
Okay.
But know what your partner likes and know what's important to your partner.
Yes, I agree.
And yes. Know how to make them feel. Yes, now she has her coffee and she's feeling better.
I am.
I know she's been asking me to go to certain places, and I'm working on it. And there's more surprises to come, because it's one of the commitment that I made for this year is I want to do things differently.
Yes, and you are.
For me, for her, for the kids, even our parents are included, and I want to do things differently, because at the end of the day,
yes,
although some of these may not be
priority.
The romance part, but I made a commitment to this woman, and I want to keep it the best I could. Now, that doesn't mean I'm always going to get it. I may screw up here and there, but she'll forgive me.
Yeah.
Because she loves me.
I do.
Right?
That's why I'll forgive you.
But think of the little things that they're important.
Yes.
And any opportunities you get to do things. And yes, sometimes I forget stuff. Sometimes she may think something is so important, and I'm thinking it's not. Like, I know she likes her dessert, although she's not eating a lot of these things.
I'm not eating sugar. I'm not doing sugar.
With navigations, there's a drink that she likes, and I usually get some. And I remember she said something, and I reached out and said, "Hey, are you still doing this?" And she confirmed she's not. Otherwise, I would have brought one home.
Yes, you would.
So it's just little things. Think of them, because if you can think of something without them asking you for it, now, it took me a while to learn that.
Yeah, a decade.
It took me a while overnight. To learn that, don't wait to be asked, but if you can think ahead of time, it has.
Listen, don't wait for a decade to learn these things. But still.
Some of us learn differently. I'm one of them.
He's a slow learner.
But
when it comes to that.
Yes. I'm unusual, because there's certain things, if I don't see value in them, don't expect them to be top of mind for me. And I think many people are like that.
No, I think many guys are like very similar, because I can tell you my brother is very similar. Not my dad. He's the romantic type, although my mom told me he's not, but I can see the difference. I think you guys are all very similar. Like my brother is very a homebody. I don't think... he thought about, all right, let me take my woman out this weekend, because I know we're being home every weekend. But because you guys are so comfortable, it makes it feel like, okay, because you're comfortable, all right, I might as well stay home too. But I think it's important for you to really like, hey, let me just go for a walk on the beach, or let's just do something.
All right, so let me defend myself. She's just as a homebody as I am. There are times I said, we're going to do something. We're pumped, we're going to do something. And then she comes and says, I'm
not in the mood.
I should come up with something. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just not. Because at the end, I was trying to do it to please her, but she's like, "Hey, let's not."
But you didn't want to do it, huh? So you didn't want to do it. You only were doing it because you wanted to please
it for
me.
her. And she's like,
"Oh, baby."
He's like, I'm like, "Hey,
you a mess."
So, but think of this. I mean, here's a couple of things you should keep in mind. And we've been talking about the small gestures. Think of the things that can convey some sort of affection, some sort of thoughtfulness. Doing the things without you being asked. And think of some activities. Activities that shows that. Take them out to take your spouse out to a place that they haven't been before.
Or they haven't been in a long time.
Or some experience they haven't had. Like, for instance, they haven't been ice skating. I'd like to take her ice skating, but I'm afraid she may hurt herself. I haven't been horse riding. I'd like to, but she hates smells of horses. But learn what your spouse or your partner likes, and
Why would you want to take me horse riding? I don't like horse like that.
It's a good activity, but you hate horses. You'll be complaining. I remember we took a ride on a horse-drawn carriage. This woman was complaining from the moment we got on the ride until we got off.
The smell is horrible.
It was nice. They took us around downtown and they showed us things that we didn't even. Typically, we drove by that area, but it showed us stuff. Man, this one was complaining at the whole time. So I know not to do anything near any horses with her.
The smell was really strong. Like maybe the horse had.
But think of activities. If your partner hates horses and they don't like the smell, then don't go there. Don't take.
But I did appreciate what you did, though. I thought it was very romantic, and I did say thank you.
You don't get to sit on a carriage and get taken around all the time. When you get a chance to do it. You enjoy it.
I agree.
So think of any little activities that can give you guys a chance to spend some time together.
Yes.
And if it's something that they complain about, just apologize and just don't do it again.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, anything that can invoke some kind of joyful feeling that your partner will enjoy, just do it.
Yeah.
And
I think it's something, it doesn't have to be whether if you are newlywed or if you've been married for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I think it's something that a lot of us feel like because we've been married for so long or because we know each other for so long, so therefore we don't have to do these things anymore. And sometimes I'm like, no, you still have to, because that's the only way you're going to keep the love going, right?
Yeah.
Because then it becomes where we just here looking at each other like, hey, what do you want for dinner? Or it becomes like a routine for the wife where we cook almost every day. We keep cleaning and do this. It's like it becomes a responsibility of what you should be doing versus what are we doing together? What are we doing this weekend? Especially if you have so many kids. And you so busy, life be life, and you barely have time for yourself. Mm-hmm. It's always good as the husband, the spouse, the husband, not the wife, the husband to be like, hey babe, I know you had a long week. Let's go out. Let's go have ice cream, or let's go to the movies and have dinner. It's just something that really. To me, that's something that us women, we like a lot. We want to hear that more often versus once a year or an anniversary or on our birthdays or a special, occasions. We don't want that. We want to be seen. We want to be appreciated. We want to be, lovey-dovey all the time. And I understand we be busy, right? Mm-hmm. But I think it's necessary for you to have that.
Yeah, and make it more of a normal thing.
Yes, that's what I said. Don't
wait until that special occasions. And I know,
it's like you already know it's coming, right? You already know the birthday's coming, so you're gonna take me out on birthday because you already know it's gonna happen. Valentine's coming.
Here's what you should do. Get your calendar. And just pick certain day random, but put something in there. This way,
I think that's a great advice too. Like put it in your phone as a reminder. This weekend, and she doesn't need to know, right? As a reminder, like
I have something coming up sometime. She has no idea, but I have something coming.
See,
up.
like I want to know. I'm just kidding. I don't. Oh,
that could be now, and that could be towards the end of the year.
Okay.
But I make it a normal thing to think of things to do.
Right.
That's one of the areas that I had issues.
Oh.
I think of everything, but not things to do.
It's like an F in that area. Maybe like a D+.
But I made it a point now as I talk to people, especially anyone who's doing anything in the entertainment industry. I find out, hey, what do you do?
Yeah.
Can I use you as a resource?
Yeah.
If I'm looking for a place. And so far, I've gotten a few people on the list that if I can't find if I can't get an idea, I get on the phone and text them. And
yeah, you've been working.
yes. So make it a normal thing to look for things to do.
I agree.
And if you know your spouse or your partner likes something, try to do it more often.
Yes.
Right? If they like their margaritas, keep buying them until they tell you they're on a diet, they don't want it.
Or take them to dance. I
Right.
mean, I miss going to some
dancing.
Yes,
Yeah,
I miss
we
that.
haven't been.
Since December.
From time to time, we dance in the house. So that's how much of homebodies we are. We put on some music and we start dancing.
Yes.
Yes. You're probably thinking we're unusual, and we are. Sometimes our kids like, Mommy and Daddy's dancing.
What's going on?
Yes. So, last week when her brother came to the house, as we were getting ready to go,
Oh, we
threw
blessed.
some music on, put on the disco light on,
Yes.
and then we had a mini party for like 15 minutes.
15 minutes. We had, my brother and his wife and his kids came over. My nephews, they came over. We had pizza and chicken and watched movies. And yeah, we're out by like around 11:30, 12 o'clock. We're like, let's burn out the food that we just ate.
Yeah.
It was sort of hopping
and we had some fun. But yeah, we do dance in the house sometimes. So you can't say you haven't been dancing.
But you gotta dress up and go out and be seen by people is what I'm referring to.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do going forward. Before we start dancing in the house, we're gonna dress up.
Okay. Oh, that's crazy.
Hey, listen, don't think it is. This is nuts. You shouldn't. But as you look for things to do, think of what the benefits would be. And the benefits would be, as you do these things, it'll keep the romance going. The bond that you're building with each other, that will just keep growing.
Yes.
The more time you spend together, the more of these activities you engage in together, the more it strengthens that bond between you. And think of the fun you're gonna have.
Think of the fun that we had.
Think of the fun you've been having.
Yeah, that I had. The fun that we had.
But yes.
Prior of having kids.
We still have fun even while we had kids.
Maybe we'd be busy.
Well, there are some
talking business
there are some
all
fun
day,
that,
every day.
There are some fun we have been having since we have kids because the kids are around. And I'll just say that. But you can have fun either at home or outside of home. Because as you do these things, there'll be things that you both enjoy.
Right.
And you'll enjoy every minute that you get to do them.
And you remember my favorite part is when we together and I'm like, my favorite conversation is, remember when we used to do this and this? Remember when you almost got a ticket coming from, because remember that time, right?
Yes,
you almost got a ticket.
Yes.
Because you were speeding to get home at 12 midnight, going to your mom's house, going to your home. So those are the time where I feel like it gets very, very fun and to listen and talk about. Remember the time.
And don't be so serious. I know that's
Look who's talking.
Listen.
Look who's talking.
I can be a stickler for certain things.
Yes, you are.
But it's important to
I don't think you have humor.
Loose. Oh, yes, I do. Maybe dry humor, but I tried, right? I tried. Sometimes I make her laugh from time to time.
Yes, you do.
And sometimes she looks at me. Just earlier, before I started doing it, I was doing some crazy stuff. And
yes, you were.
Right?
I'm like.
So be loose and let loose. Yes, there are moments you have to be serious, but it can't be all the time.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So those are the things that you guys should keep in mind. Do things to keep your bond, to keep strengthening. And this woman wants to make sure I look good. So
no, your shirt is so big on you because you lost so much weight. But keep going.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, loose. Allow yourself to have fun.
I agree.
If you're not a good joke teller, learn some. YouTube is good at learning these things. Or if you just can't tell jokes, still try. Right?
Or
Try to make your spouse.
One of those people that laugh at any jokes just to make your spouse, your husband happy, just do so. Because sometimes my husband be cracking us with joke. I'm like,
I tell good jokes. I tell good jokes.
Laughing. I think my daughter had something when she said we thought it was when she thinks something is not funny.
The little one will tell you that it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny, Daddy.
She hasn't told me that because I am funny.
She told me that before.
Think of all these things and how important it is for you to keep that romance alive in your relationship.
I agree.
Because if you find that you growing apart when it comes with how romantic you are with each other, there goes your relationship.
Yeah.
Because eventually you'll be like strangers and living in the same home. You'll be roommates.
Yeah.
Believe me, if you're roommates, there's certain things you can't get.
Right.
So you don't want that.
I agree.
On that note, I'll say thank you for listening to our podcast today. How important romance is in your relationship.
And it's important, okay?
Whatever you can do.
It's important.
Keep growing it.
Yes.
Don't forget to pay attention to the small things.
Yes. And I want to say, don't forget to have fun. Just remember, it's still inside of you. Even though you're a mom, you're a parent, you still have this youth person inside of you. Because I'm very youthful. My daughters and I, we play around. We're trying to get daddy involved. We're trying to get you involved. But it's okay to play around with your friends, it's okay to play around with your kids. Right?
Your spouse as well. You can play around.
Yes. Like, sometimes just want to add this before we wrap it up. Sometimes I just want us to just no electronic, just the four of us playing around and just enjoying each other's company while the kids are there. Or we just love on each other and grow. Not just like fall apart. Not just like, hey, I do my thing, you do your thing, and that's it. No. I just want to add that because I know a lot of people out there that are going through that, and I think it sucks. It's hard. I know sometimes you got to say what's in your mind, and it's important because you don't want to suffer inside.
Do not suffer. So thank you very much, everybody, for listening to the podcast today on the role of romance in a relationship, and it's important.
Yes.
So please share, like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon so you can be notified when we put out new videos. We appreciate all of you guys who've been listening and liking and sharing the podcast. Keep doing so. We appreciate you. Until then, peace.